Hi guys, Cryptogasm here for Cryptogasmic. Freedom feels good. Some of you probably not feeling so good today. If you're a newbie, if you're a new one into crypto, welcome to the world of crypto. You know, we're going to do a market update for you today to put everything into perspective. I like to let the dust settle a little, and it happens that quickly. 1 minute we're talking about Lamborghinis and green dildos, and the next minute everything's fallen to the floor. So we've got to put it in some perspective. Okay, so all markets are is an emotional cycle. Okay, that's all it is. And there's two sides to a trade. Every trade, they all start where they end, with depression, disbelief, and they lead into hope, optimism, belief, euphoria, and then turn into anxiety, denial, panic, and everybody starts to shit themselves and sell it. So that is all you've been seeing, guys. So hopefully now you understand. I'll use Litecoin as a perfect example. I was here. I got in around here somewhere, hope. I told you all to get in under $100. Nobody listened to me. All of a sudden it went to the moon. It's all over the news, and it's $300, $350, and people are messaging me. Crypto, what's a good price to buy Litecoin? Well, 5 days ago when it was under $100, guys. When's the dip? All I hear about is the dip. What dip? What, the dip from 300 to 320? Or the dip from 350 to 100? I don't know what dip you're actually talking about. The dip. The dip, the dip, the dip, the dip. I don't know, the dip. I hear the word fucking dip one more time, seriously. So guys, right. Okay. This is really, really important to understand, because this is all that has happened. So I didn't get affected so much by this. You know, some of my long-term holdings, like, you know, the Litecoin that I kept and the NEO that I kept and stuff like that, you know, they went down on paper value, but I know they're going to go back up. But as far as my day trading goes, I didn't really lose. I actually won. You know, you got to remember, guys, these markets have been going up 100% a day for the last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. What do you think? They're just going to go on forever? They're not. They went too hot, too fast. I sold my Bitcoins at 9,500 thinking that 10 was the top. And then it went to 20 grand, and bang, we're back testing 10,000 again. You know, we're going to get to that 30,000 and 50,000 and 100,000, and there's going to be another euphoric time. So this time, guys, I want you to look at it all as an opportunity, because now we're back here again. So everybody chill out, get your shit together, relax. Okay? If you lost a bit of money on paper, hold it. Don't sell it. Don't sell it, right? If you didn't stop out at break even, just hold it for now. Don't make any emotional decisions. So let's have a look at what's going on. So I want you to remember this emotional cycle, guys, because that's all that has happened. Okay? So let's start with Rise. I'm going to go through our trades that we're in just to see where we're at, because basically all of the markets are looking the same. All of the charts are looking the same. And you're going to see this, guys, every 2 weeks, where a trade is happening and it's moving, and then all of a sudden this big dip will come. So let's look at Rise for an example, okay? Right. So you can see here, guys, right? Depression, up to euphoria, right down to depression and panic. We missed the first wave, we got the second wave, and this is where we bought in. Okay, so we didn't get euphoric, should have been up here, but it tumbled with everything else. But because we got in a good position here, it's just noise in between on our way to the target of 5767. So it's going to take a couple of days. I mean, you can see I had the flag drawn and it was climbing the pole, and then boom, overnight. Not even overnight, within an hour it just dropped. But it's recovering, okay? So anybody who chased our Rise, if you didn't get in where I told you to get in and you bought it up here, you got liquidated. I'm sorry. So I hope that's a lesson for you. Don't chase things, guys. I can't say it enough. Don't FOMO. Don't have the fear of missing. You're not missing out on anything, right? There's 1,500 other coins you can do a trade on. If you do not get the prime entry here or here, then don't chase it. Never, ever, ever chase it, because this is what happens. And guys, these retracements happen all the time. Look, here. If you saw that impulse and bought here, boom, you're liquidated. You're gone. If you chased this impulse and you bought here, boom, you're liquidated. That's what markets do. They wash people out. So these prices went way too high, way too fast. It had to happen. And then you bring these dickheads that are shorting everything into the market that have been ramming the prices up. Okay, so they sold it to all the greedy people. All the people buying Bitcoin for $20,000, the greedy people buying it at the top of the euphoria and the thrill. And then they just shorted it, betting that it was going to fall through its ass. Okay? And they're laughing at everybody on both sides of their faces. I can't stand these pricks, to be honest with you. But, you know, it's the game we're in. So how I feel about it, doesn't understand it. I've got to try to think like them and understand that when those sort of things happen, then all of my alts are probably going to tank, and I got to get in and place stop losses. And sometimes you just got to start again. And then tomorrow there'll be 100% trade. The next day there'll be 100% trade. If you can't take the 50% hits, then you can't expect to have 100% in 2-day trades. That's the honest truth, guys. This is the reality. So the amazing thing about crypto is we're recovering already. Look, it fell down to here. Right. And it's back up to here already. Okay. That's why I said yesterday, I'm just going to the beach. I'm going to drink margaritas. I'm taking the day off. Fuck it. I'm out. Because I've been here before when these things happen. And they happen all the time, guys. Okay. All the time. Look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Liquidated. Okay. So really sit back, guys, and use this time to analyze what you did right, what you did wrong. Don't make the same mistake again. And just start again. Okay? Because the same patterns happen time and time and time again. This didn't affect me because my trade is still on. It either goes to my plan or it doesn't go to my plan. I've got a stop loss set here. Okay, if I jumped on quick enough when everything was tanking, I probably could have got out here, but I would have just had to rebuy back in at the same spot. So I know that these waves come. I know they're there to wipe out people that paid too much for things, right? So Rise, if you got in with me, you're still okay. Power, same thing. You're going to see the same patterns over and over and over again. So for me, Power did a complete 100% retrace. Okay, I got stopped out on Power. I want to buy back in to Power, but I'm not going to chase it. So I'll probably place a buy back in here under the 6,000s. I missed it this morning. It's moved away a bit again now, you know, but I think we might even get another U-turn back. So I am going to jump back into Power, probably around about this, yeah, the top of my purple box there, okay? Because I want to hold it long time as well, long term. So let me get rid of that volume. So I'm looking at this on the hourly now, on the smaller time frame. And, you know, if we look at our trend lines, you know, here. So everything's going to see the same thing, that we fell back through the trend lines, okay? I mean, this one did a complete 100% retracement, and really the Elliott wave there is off because it fell through that line. But I'm willing to give it a little bit of leeway because of sort of how much it dumps. And it's making its way back up again, right? So look, guys, at the end of the day, if you lost, well, you didn't lose unless you sold at a loss, and I hope nobody sold at a loss. So we bought in here at 577 or something, I think, if I remember. Okay. And then I can't remember, to be honest. But look, even this got 30% away. So you should have had a stop loss on it anyway. Stopped you out, and then you could have even bought it cheaper. And then you're off again. So once it moves away 10%, place a stop loss. These crashes happen. You get stopped out, and you try and buy it at a cheaper price. That's it. Because the trend is going to continue up. But you're going to see a lot of the same in all of these charts. That's why I'm not going to go through a million charts, because the daily oversold, falling. This was the last couple of days. Everything went so fast. And that's what crypto does. And that's why you have to understand the emotions. And that's why I teach it in my classes, because if you can understand the way people think, it's like having a game of poker with 10 people or 9 people at a table, and you know how every single one of those people are going to react. So imagine you're playing poker and you're actually sitting there and you know how every single person is going to react according to what move you make, right? You have a big advantage. So I saw, it's very, very easy to see in the big picture that there had to be a downside coming. There had to be. But it happens, guys. So, and if you get in at right entries and you take your profits at the top, like I tell you, then it hurts you on paper for your long-term holdings, but they will turn around in the next week and we'll all be talking about Lamborghinis and green dildos again, right? So, and, you know, blonde girls with green arrows flashing out. So, you can see now we're heavily oversold. It's just too much selling, and now we're going to start to turn around again because the market washed all the people out. It made them angry. People panicked. So much panic. I just turned the shit off and went and played golf and went and drank margaritas. That's it, right? You know, took my staff and went and had some lunch, and we drank margaritas. I went out for dinner and I went and played golf, and now I'm back. Right, let's assess the situation. Okay, so you can see there now it's starting to turn. So power, I want to get back in, but I know that it's, you know, I mean, look, it's made a nice little move up again away already. So the trend is continuing. Now I'm not going to chase it up to here. So I'll place a buy back in here in case it does come down a little bit, which it may do. Maybe not on this one. And if I miss out, I miss out. That's trading, guys. You know, that's it. And then I wish everybody else, I got stopped out on the move. Shit happens. I'll try and get back in, and if I can, great. And if not, good luck to anybody who held it, and I hope you reach your target soon. And then I'll just remember, guys, okay, at the end of this whole pattern, it will then go something like this, and then like this. So be prepared for it, guys. It is so important that you just don't sit there and look at digital numbers on your Blockfolio all day, right? Let me look at NEO, okay? NEO was the one I was pushing for ages, and I'm very happy with the way I played this trade. I got in down here between $30 and $35, as you all know. I took some profit up here, around about $75. I took half of my assets on the off the table, and I turned them back into cash. I had a trailing stop. I got a little bit of extra cash, okay? And then I knew that it was going to fall. I didn't think it would fall this far. I thought it would fall to here, and I was right. And then the crash happened. So, but we've found support right here. It fell through, and we found support right here. So, now I mapped this before, actually. Now, guys, this could be a good time to buy NEO. I put the blue box here, and before I started recording this video, the buy line was right almost down to the bottom here, $48. And I had decided at that time, if it had fallen through down to this red line, I was going to sell out and just take a 15% profit here and here. But it's turned around. It looks like it's gaining some support now, guys. So this is happening live as I'm watching it. Yeah, look, right? It's bounced right on my support line, and now we've got some momentum. This is ramping up again. Okay, so let me just clean this all up, get rid of some of these lines. So, and if we get rid of all the noise and look at the line graph, okay, we have the dump, but now look, we're back on. So I would be looking to buy NIO here anywhere under $55 for the fifth leg. We've still got a bit of work to do to get back up through the cloud. But it's heading there. It's heading there. And we're still trading above the 6 hour. So maybe, and you can see the blue line just starting to want to turn. So I may even get back into NIO here as well. Now, in the last video, I said to everybody, plenty of buying opportunities coming. So what I mean by plenty of buying opportunities coming is there's going to be some, buying opportunities means rock bottom for me. Okay, so I think we could be back on for the new leg here. I mean, look at that. That's some serious volume going in there while we're even talking. Yeah. Okay, so if we can climb to here and get some support going up, I'm back in. I'm back in NIO. If I can get it, yeah, because that was always my plan anyway. Okay, to buy in here. My target was here, my first target. I took some money. I knew there'd be a wave fall. My plan was to buy some more, but I didn't because it fell through. I needed to see where it would turn around, and it looks like it's turned around right on this support line here at $53. So the 6 hours turning around, pointing straight up. Yep. So we've got some support here for NIO again, guys. I'm just going to type in the box. Right, let me send a little message. Right, I'm just going to send a message to the room. So I'm going to send that into the chat room as well. Okay. Right. So I think, guys, we pushed up out of this blue box that I had drawn here, and I'm thinking I'm going to get back in NIO, and I'm going to do it right now. Actually, no, I can't do it because I logged out. So as soon as I finish here, as long as it doesn't go like to $60 or something by the time I finish. So buying opportunity for NIO. Okay, Litecoin, same thing. Look how quickly everything is recovering, guys. This is why it's so important to look. I bought under $100. I sold up here at around about 250, 260, half of my assets. It rolled up, come back down. I took some more, and I was always planning to buy some more. So I wish I'd bought this candle here, but it looks like. So look, guys, right? Look at that compared to the emotional cycle. That's all it is. Don't go looking for what is causing this, and it's this person and that person, and that's all it is. Okay, it washes out all of these people who paid too much for it. I paid $100. So now we're going to begin a new cycle. And I think even if we look, let's look at the market caps, okay? So that was over 600 billion. So 100 billion's been wiped out, okay? It'll come back in. It'll come back in. So now that all the money's going to come back in, we need to, and look, Bitcoin dominance is falling as well. It was 49%, 51%. Now it's down to 44. Ripple's moved up into number 4. Okay. ADA's moved right up as well. So what we're going to do is now look for new opportunities. And again, don't chase the pump, because guys, I need you to understand it's going to do a 1 and then it's going to come back again, and we're always going to find our opportunities. Okay. So we just need to get back on trend. All right. We just need to get back on trend. I've already got a trend line there. So we're heading up in the right direction. We've just pushed above the 6-hour cloud. We're working our way up through the 3-hour cloud. So if we can get a bit more support in here, I'm okay to even wait. And then I'll rebuy. I'm going to rebuy some Litecoin. You know, it would have been nice to, this would have been perfect. And I had a box set up for it, but I just didn't have it set in place. And it turned around and it's got support. Okay. And from my prime entry there, it's gone up another 20%, guys, today. So don't worry about, you've got to accept the losses, or you not accept it. You've got to be ready. Take money off the table when it's there. Put some away in storage. Look to rebuy at good opportunities. So, you know, a total tank would be if that just did a whole 100% move and come right back to $100 again. But it doesn't look like it's doing that. Even on the hourly, look at the volume coming back in. Look at the volume coming back in. So definitely, if I can get some support and push into this purple box, yeah, I'm going to buy. I'm just going to see what happens here. But look, a load of volume has gone in the last hour. Okay, so I want to actually, I'm going to have to do it after the video. So I'm really, really looking to buy, guys, okay? So let's keep moving. Ethereum. And it's just the same thing over and over and over, guys. You're just going to see the same patterns over and over and over. Okay? So I guarantee you, we go to the 1 hour, there's going to be volume coming back in. Look at the volume coming back in. Okay? So this is what happens. This is why I love crypto. So the volume, we're back above the 6-hour cloud. So again, guys, look at the cycle, the depression, flat, straight, and euphoria. Okay? So if you were buying Bitcoin's, Ethereum's up here for $800, you were buying in, look, I'm looking to sell. I did sell. I nailed the sell. I had my original sell at 750 and I pushed my target up to 850. My next target is 1,000. So I bought all my last Ethereums way back here under $200 or something. So back here somewhere, yeah, down here in this red box, okay? So it didn't affect me. Okay, I lost a little bit of paper value, but it's not going to affect me. I took some money off the table, and you know, I think this is probably going to be a good time to buy. I did say in one of my videos it was going to come back down and test $600, and that's exactly what it did. It tested 600, and I remember saying, look, I even drew the green line. It may come and test 520 and 500. It wicked there, but if we look at the line chart, okay, we didn't get anywhere close to testing 500. Okay, we hardly even, we tried to test 620 and we turned around. And now we're back up again. So I do just want to make sure that we're not in an ABC retracement. So an ABC would be after this 5 waves, it will usually go 1, and then it will give us a fake pump and then come back down to complete the cycle. So I'm still a little bit wary, wherever it is you come from. You know, Or maybe we've done the ABC. Look. A, B, C. And now we're going to start a new cycle. This is why I like to buy usually on wave 2. Because then I get an idea of, you know, it's just a bit safer. But, you know, I'm in Ethereum long term anyway, so I think there's another buying opportunity there as well. 6 hours at the bottom, it's turning up. 12 hours right at the bottom. Daily's got a long way to fall because we just went so hot so quick. So if we look at what we're doing in the short term, so, you know, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens there. We've still got a bit of work to do to get back up through the hourly cloud. And we're trying to work our way up through the 3 hourly back up to this target. So everything is the same on most charts, guys. Okay? And that's all you've seen. All that's happened is that. And it's going to happen again soon. And again and again. So the only way around it is to buy premium and sell the greed. Buy the panic. People are panicking. Buy it. And then sell it when they're greedy for it again, up here. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I've got loads of Bitcoin, Ethereum, that I'm just waiting. I'll be waiting like a shark up here around $1,000. Bitcoin Cash, same thing. Look, guys, very clear to see. Very, very clear. It's all it is, an emotional cycle. So I bought at under 1,200, and I sold half of my coin up here at 3,200. I held some, it's come down, it'll go up again. So wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, it'll get me up to my target there of over $5,000. So I'm not worried about that one. All right, Bitcoin. Bitcoin pisses me off a little bit because I've transferred some cash to my bank and it hasn't arrived at the exchange, and I so badly want to buy Bitcoin when it was down here at 12 and I was playing golf, it was at 11, and it's back to 13 now. So, you know, I stand by my word that 10,000 is the new zero. So again, guys, look, it just got too hot too fast. Look. Okay. So I have, you know, it's working its way up through the 6 hour cloud. The other ones have recovered faster. But there's going to be a lot of people out there that are jumping on all this and they're going to start buying. If we look at the volume over the last hour, look at the green volume that's gone back into it. Yeah. So I think Bitcoin's going to be just fine. All it's done is that. Okay. That's all it's done. Is the so if we even look at the retracement of that whole move, we only held, it was a 50% retracement of the whole no, let's go from here. Let's call the whole move here. From this, yeah, right. So a 78.6 retracement of a whole move is normal. It happens in the markets, guys. It happens, right? There's two sides to a trade, the left and the right. You want to be in the left and you want to be out of the trade on the right. So now we're going to end up with a new cycle that's going to happen. You know, and in history, it's going to look something like this, and then it's going to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what's going to happen. Okay? So do not panic about that. All right? So we're seeing the same pattern happening over and over and over on every single coin. It's only doing it's doing retracements as per the emotional cycle. So if you're paying up here, too much for your bitcoins, then this is what happens. But just hold on to it. Hold on to it, and you'll be good. Mana is another trade that we're in. All right, so let's have a look at that one. Okay, I still don't know why it does that on my chart. Okay, let's look at the hourly. So if we look at Mana, same thing. Look, it's done exactly the same thing here. Same move as everything else. So we bought in down here at 577. Okay. It may have stopped me out. I'm going to have to check. And if it didn't, look. So it's done a 100% retracement. We can't pick these moves, but that moved, if that moved far away from our buy-in, that you shouldn't have lost any money on that trade. All right. If you got in where I did at 570 or under 600, I remember we called it. You were 30% up in the trade. So worst case, stop out, buy again, and we start again. But we're back on track again. Okay, so we're back up to, we're 6% up again. Since this massive breakout that everybody's been panicking and crying about, we're already back up 6% from our buy-in. So it hasn't really affected me that much because I bought in at a good entry. Ripple didn't affect it at all, right? So it's moving to plan, absolutely moving to plan. So I'm not concerned about Ripple whatsoever. Okay, we can now establish a new trend. Okay, we can now establish a new trend. Something like this, I guess. Something like that. Let's change the color of that. Let's not make it the same color as the... So we're still way above trend. We're way above the clouds. Absolutely no problem with Ripple. May go sideways for a little bit. Ripple's going to be fine. And no problem with that. VTC is one that we got into. Now, I haven't actually checked this one. So let me check this. I'm sure it got hit just like everything else. Okay. So we got in around about here. And I remember saying at the time it was right at the top of my limit of chasing something. And, in hindsight, I probably chased that too high. Okay, I chased it too high. The ultimate buy-in was down here and then catching it out of the box on its way up. So we may have made a little mistake on the buy-in on that one, but it's turned around and we got a bounce here. So I may even break even on the bounce and just sell out and see where it goes from there. Just so I'm not into, I don't want to be in too many trades right now, guys. I'd rather focus on putting my money in the bigger coins like Ethereum, Litecoin, Zcash. I'd rather top those up rather than looking at these sort of trades. So I may wait for the bounce to break even and then stop out. Okay. As I told you all, losing money on a trade is not an option for me. And whatever you do, don't sell, guys. Don't sell. Okay. Do not sell. So, yeah, I mean, that's going to get back up to break even. I've just decided I'm going to, once we get back up here on the bounce above that cloud, I'm out. And it may still go to the moon. I don't know, but I'm out. I'd rather use the money to start stacking up my bigger coins while they're cheaper. Neo Bitcoin was one we were looking at, and that's not a buy at the moment. I mean, you can see in the emotional cycle, it's, look, since it came out of panic, and now it's on this side of the cycle. So that's not a buy for me right now. Litecoin we've looked at. So that's basically it, guys. If you got in at the right spots, you should be okay. I'm going to go through the charts and look at my re-entry prices, so I will do another market update for you once I've got all of that. But I did want to just reach out to you all because I could see you all panicking. Oh, crypto, oh, it's falling from the sky. So, you know, we're all okay. We're all safe. It's going to happen again. Just remember, it's an emotional cycle. All right? So this is Cryptogasm. Life is cryptogasmic. I'm feeling pretty cryptogasmic. And I love you all. All right? Speak to you soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.